guys, welcome back. So for your writing assignment today, you are actually going to make an acrostic poem. Now, you've done this before for Halloween, and I feel like you've probably done this once or twice in first grade. But these are actually one of my favorite poems because I feel that you can get silly, you can get creative, and it's a little easier, I should say. I find these to be really fun, and you might not, but I think it's a good thing to know, and it's a good way to practice writing and coming up with ideas on our own, okay? So on your acrostic poem, there is a word that is written like this down a piece of paper. I couldn't fit the G, that's why it's all the way down here. But on your acrostic poem today, the word that is spelled down is going to be the word Thanksgiving, because that is the holiday coming up. Now, the point of an acrostic poem is to write information using the letters that also have to do with what it says here. So when we did our Halloween one, all of what we wrote had to do with Halloween. So for Thanksgiving, everything we write is going to have to do with Thanksgiving, okay? So I'm going to give you a few examples. Maybe you can use my examples to get you started, or you can come up with your own after I give the example. It's totally up to you. But for example, for Thanksgiving, I'm going to start with my letter T. Okay, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to think of words that have to do with Thanksgiving that begin with the letter T. So I'm going to think. It might not take me a second. It might not even take me a minute. It might take me a few minutes to come up with something. So if you want, if it takes you a long time, that's fine. I would like you to take your time doing this and don't rush and don't get frustrated if you can't think of something right away. Okay, so I'm going to think, what has to do with Thanksgiving that begins with a T? You know what? On Thanksgiving, we always, my family does, maybe not your family, we always eat turkey for dinner. So guess what I wrote? For T, I wrote turkey for dinner. Okay, notice how I didn't write the T again. I used this T. Now I'm going to go down to H. Now, if you're not sure of something for a certain letter, you can always skip that letter and go back to it when you're ready. So for H, I'm going to put, let me think. I always see my family on Thanksgiving. That makes me happy. So I'm going to put happy to see and again, I can't really fit it on this board, but you'll be able to fit it on your paper. So for H, I wrote happy to see my family. Happy begins with H. Now, these don't have to be full sentences. They can if you can make that work out, okay? But they don't have to be full sentences. So here I wrote turkey for dinner. We always have turkey on Thanksgiving. I also see my family on Thanksgiving, family that I don't get to see all the time, and that makes me happy. So I wrote happy to see my family. And then you're going to do the same thing going all the way down the list, okay? And like I said, this might not take you 5 minutes. This might not even take you 10 minutes. It might take you longer, and that's okay. If you need some to come up with some words, why don't you take out one of your books and flip through your storybooks to maybe find words that you can use, okay? For A, we were saying another happy holiday. For K, you could use kind of cold outside, okay? Just anything silly, anything that begins with those letters. But again, it might not take you a minute. It might not even take you 10 minutes. It might take you 30 minutes. And that's okay. All right, but I want you to get creative, have fun with this, and I can't wait to read what you guys wrote. All right? Good luck, guys.